So today was an interesting day. As I was going to work, I happened to stumble across a couple of international students from China. And so, for those who don't know, I work in a chemistry lab at a university. So that means I get to interact and mingle with people from different parts of the world, which is pretty cool. And so, since I am entering my third month of learning Mandarin, I decided for this month the goal is to focus on making conversations with people who know Mandarin. Like whether it's big or small, I want to get it to a point where speaking Mandarin becomes second nature, or stuff like Nisho Puntawama or Nikli Zulfama like become second nature without stuttering or stumbling. So I had the opportunity to talk to one of the international students. Her name is Du, and I mean it was a simple conversation. We said hi. I asked, what she likes to do. She said she likes to do badminton. She asked what kind of foods that I like or fruits, and it was pretty simple. And what I realized was that as I was talking to Mandarin, she had a smile on her face. And this smile was the result of, her processing the fact that someone who doesn't look like her was able to speak her native tongue. And so since that, like from that moment, I kind of had the realization that, learning a language is pretty fun. You know, you put in all this hard work, and then all you have to do is just gather up the courage to talk to someone and practice. I mean, yeah, I made a couple mistakes. Like instead of Shang, like Shanga Yue, I said Sanga Yue, but I was able to, correct my mistakes. And I think that's one of the advantages of, you know, practicing a language outside of the classroom versus inside the classroom. Because I notice when you learn languages inside the classroom, you're kind of limited to what you know. Whereas if you're talking to a native speaker outside of the classroom, they're willing to teach you like new words. Like I remember in one conversation, I learned how to say chopsticks in Mandarin. Like a pair of chopsticks is 一双筷子, and and then from once I and then from every other conversation, I was able to build even more words along the way. And so another realization that I made was that Mandarin is not as hard as people make it seem. I mean, yeah, when you're first learning the language, you got to figure out how to say the tones and phonetics, and you also have to learn the characters. But if you're willing to put in the time and the effort, it will show as you're, talking to native speakers. And when they do give you that encouragement, hey, your Mandarin's pretty good. You know, you, that you know that that positive feedback gives you more motivation to learn more. And in the future, hopeful, in the future, what I'm gonna do every Thursday, I've decided to just go to a random um, Oriental store or Chinese supermarket and start having conversations. Things like where's the noodles, 明天在哪里, stuff like that. And so from there, ask for some questions, and then have conversations of what I like to do in my spare time, what's my favorite foods, stuff like that. You know, learning languages. I think my belief is that if you're gonna learn a language, at least have fun learning it, because learning a language is a lot of work, and you're gonna go through a lot of struggles. In the beginning, you start stuttering or stumble as you're speaking sentences. Why not make it fun? Make it simple, such as when you're having a conversation with someone, say some like random sentences like "我爱吃麦当劳." You know, make them laugh, because once you give off that vibe of, hey, I'm here to have fun while I'm learning this language, you know they'll make the conversation even fun. So starting tomorrow, once a week, go to a Chinese store, start practicing. And this is the end. Bye bye.